Damnation-n-Hellfire here with a really, really bad internet connection, so I'm not sure how long this show is going to last for. But anyway, with me we got Chuck.
Evening all.
We got Ross.
Good evening, everyone.
We got Simba.
Hello.
And we got Stormcatcher.
Hello, everyone.
So, obviously, we're going to be talking about Pillage, and I'm probably going to be pretty quiet for most of the show, so Ross, take it away.
Okay, well, Pillage for me went pretty well. I've used the same Praetorian fleet that I used last month's Pillage. I primarily stick it to the, I guess what, the 124s, I believe. They're actually like 7 minutes damage for me. So if I just go into the dock for a minute, I could have a restroom break or grab a drink, and in the short time it takes to repair, and then back out on the water. So I'm at 225,000. I got what I was needed. I could actually have much more points, but I didn't see the need as I completed it or grabbed everything that I really needed, and I decided to move on to the weekly, since I'm using the same fleet as the weekly requires. So that's kind of where I'm at now. As I'm sitting really well at the 225 at Pillage, and now just moving on to the weekly.
All right.
How are you doing, Simba?
I'm actually doing quite well on it. I did one set myself, and then I started prepping. I am currently sitting at 685,000. I'm just prepping out the 124s and 126s. On the 124, my average is anywhere from instant repair to approximately 8 minutes damage. And my favorite crew is leaning toward remote raiders.
Oh, okay. I hadn't used the remote raiders for this.
Oh, it works beautifully.
I think you're right. I think the speed would help. So good. Right. Okay, Chuck, how you doing here?
With my main base, I ran up the 124, 126s, sitting about 300,000, give or take a few items, especially when the atomizers got added. On my alt base, which I unfortunately sat for like 9 months, needed a lot of stuff. So it's sitting about 793,000 at the moment, and I got everything I really needed, and I started prepping for alliance mates. So it's going to continue to grow. Not really chasing any leaderboard prizes. I'm just helping other people. And I also did the 124, 126s with Praetorian fleet.
Okay.
124, pretty much if it wasn't instant map repair, it was in the base and only needed a couple of seconds or a minute difference. The 126, I'm slowly learning how to drive better and make my time a lot better. Right now, I still don't like my time.
Yeah, the 126s, I take a little bit of damage, but they're still doable. I do those if I'm going to slow repair before logging out for some period of time, like going to bed or such, going fishing, those type of things. But other than that, I got 124s. How about you, Stormcatcher? What have you been doing?
I'm running the 104s, 106s. I'm currently at 165,000. I'm getting
So what fleet are you using for that?
Saturns.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm averaging about 45 minutes on the 104s, and the 106s I'm averaging about an hour and 15 minutes. While that fleet is in repairing, I am running my Praetorians for the weekly. So actually, I found a way where it works easy, where I can do both of them at the same time.
Okay. And what's your total goal, you think, on for points for the pillage?
I'm hoping maybe get lucky and hit about 200,000.
Okay. All right. I think that's doable. I mean, let's see if you got an hour and a half. Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been hitting the same target, so I don't know if it's actually doable at that repair. But
No,
I'm glad someone else is using something other than the straight Praetorian fleet. But I think if you have to under a pinch, you could swap over and use your Praetorian fleet to catch up a few points at the end.
yeah, I've already lost about half of the time that Pillage ran because I had family and life matters to take care of. So I'm really not too worried about it. I get what I get, and if I don't get anything, if I don't get everything I want at a later date, it'll pop back up, and I'll be able to get it then.
Right. Okay. Anybody, if they have any must-haves from this pillage list? I mean, what's everybody like? What do they consider their must-haves? I was happy myself to see those whatever Adam. I can't say it. The dang thing.
Hydro atomizers.
Yes, I was happy that they got added on. So I will be claiming those. That's a nice special. But as far as must-haves, I didn't think there was a lot of must-haves. I like the tokens and some of those extra tokens you can pick up. But for the most part, for me, the tokens were unneeded. Those fleets that have the tokens offered, I have completed. Yeah, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
wish if there was Dragoon upgrade tokens. Hey, that'd be sweet. Praetorian fleet tokens, that'd be for me. But I have the other ones completed, so I don't need that many points.
I'm getting me another HT transformer. I'm wanting the sync engines,
Yeah,
and if I can get the points and everything up together, I want the what you were just talking about, Ross, the
right.
atomizer or whatever.
It's a countermeasure special, and it's a really good one. So yeah, I'd agree. I was happy to see it added on.
Yeah, for players that are caught up with all the tech and everything, it really wasn't much to get. For players who are trying to catch up, there was a lot to get.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you there. Yeah.
Overall, I didn't see any difference in the targets or the damage numbers in the targets. I don't know about the lower targets. I know from the other show that was on last night, they were running the Infernal Dragon and Proto Apollos in targets and getting extra damage or more damage, but I haven't seen any other reports other than what they were commenting on.
I have no earthly idea to see how they think that Manticores and Photo Apollos can do on the 63. I mean, that target right there was specifically made for either Nemesis or the Saturn fleet. But
There.
And they're class locked and you can't use them.
that's right.
Yeah, and then James is saying, and people in chat is saying he wishes there was a couple build tokens. I could see that, and I wish there was a couple other things in Pillage, but I'm happy actually that it's. I'm sorry to say that I am happy that it's not must-haves. This is my birthday weekend, and it's nice to have a weekend where you don't have to, put in 40 hours of game time. Truly, it's nice to have a break. Like we've seemingly we've had a light week, and it's been nice. I've thought we've had a nice, like if you're caught up, you have. So I've been happy. But yeah, I mean, I was agreeing with him. I wish there was a couple other things with the build tokens as well. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy that it's a limited list. I'd like the Conqueror tokens.
That would be nice. Or some generic build tokens would be nice too, but they're not going to put those back. We've asked for those forever.
Right.
Back.
No, I agree.
Well, those who got the scoundrel this pillage,
Mm-hmm.
I just looked through my TLOs. And yeah, they have a scoundrel build in there for just $7.99.
Yeah, but look at the build. Do you think any of that goes together?
Does it not? I mean, here's my question: Is I was thinking about taking that offer because I'm still rank or upgrading my dragoons, and I think I'll be upgrading them all the way till the end of of my time where my rate is up, and the upgrade deal they had was like $29, something crazy,
Oh,
right? And then they had but versus this other $7 offer, then you have the scoundrel. I don't know if the build's any good, but you could continue on with the things that you're doing, and that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. Do you not like are you saying no, or I mean,
I've already got it and got it built.
Okay, and is there a certain build that works and one that doesn't, or is it like the last haul that it was the special ability that you needed only?
We're not going to know until after this next raid starts if it's even going to be good. Because last time the specialty haul was good for the first round, but it wasn't good for the second.
No, exactly. And
are we going to have the same scenario again?
Right. We just don't. But I was just wondering if the build made a difference. Like it didn't. The special ability is what you're really after in the last haul, and so I'm hoping that the same thing is true. That it's the special ability, and that people won't be screwed by a wrong build. And every single person that has that haul built will have some use. Is what I want to see. I hope to see. You know what I mean?
I've only heard about the offer. I don't have the offer.
Oh, okay.
But I was told that the specials don't go together.
I don't think there's a wrong actual build for the scoundrel. Yeah, it's basically whatever built-in ability it has. And somebody asked me the other day, what is the scoundrel good for? And I said, basically dying.
Okay. But no, so it is the special ability like the last haul that we're going off of. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm so the offer just be good, because I did look at the offer and it's got some strange builds,
Okay.
You want to jump straight to BP next week?
Then we're everybody's saying that we need to oil Simba's chair.
What?
Everybody's saying we need to oil your chair, and from chat. Oh. All right. But no, yeah, we can go to next week.
Oh,
It's a good idea because Damnation's popped up. I had a pop up saying he don't know how much longer that connection's going to hold.
Oh, well, all right. But at any rate, we can go. I see. I don't know if I can. I can stream. Let's see if I can. I might. No. So we could read it, huh? Let me find.
Well, we've got
I mean, you probably really don't have to screen share. Just saying about the raids next week
Exactly.
is basically all it says.
Yeah, that is it. Okay, so we got Monday the 7th. It says the update notes will contain support for the October raid, and it's going to be called the Spoils of War. And then there's going to be also 2 additional TLCs. Then Tuesday, the October raid briefing comes out along with the update. And then it only says that the raid starts Wednesday. And then at 3 p.m. PDT, and good luck. So we have the name and we have when it starts, and that's all we have. Yeah, well, we do know that there's going to be 2 TLCs at the same time.
Those will probably be for eradicators and strikes. You know how they run the last raids and everything. They've got one where you can possibly be able to get a hull and tech in order to be able to get into the raid.
well, what I'm wondering is, are they going to give out a free fleet again? Are we going to wake up and find out, oh, you got to delete so many ships to get another free fleet?
Well, I don't. Why would you? What fleet would you need? I don't.
None.
Right.
But
exactly.
some of the lowers might need it.
I'll watch them hand out eradicators.
I will laugh my ass off.
I would laugh to see the build. The upcoming raid is supposed to give us a new defender ship, the Houndmaster.
Oh boy.
Supposedly, it is supposed to keep your carnages in check. So what happens if you kill the Houndmaster? Does it release all the carnages? Or does it buff the carnages? We don't know anything until we see the update.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect a new defender hull myself, so that's. I think we're on the defend heavy, but we're doing all right.
And then we have the new next raid hull,
Oh yeah.
the Pegasus.
That's correct.
So now we're naming ships after horses.
Well, yeah. As long as they look at as ships, we have skins that make them look like not ships these days. I've been noticing spaceships on the water. I don't know if any of you have seen them. Some of the skins for the breachers that changed them to spaceships. I've seen quite a few of them on the water. But so this next raid's really going to be a must for everyone because we're going to for everyone because we're going to pick up the next raid cycle hull. So it's going to be an important one, and everyone in like my alliance. And I know this is only the second, but they should have a fleet by now. I think of dragoons completed. I don't know if they'll be completely upgraded all the way or not because I'm trying my best to upgrade them as well. I have them complete, but I'm working on the upgrade side now. So I think that's where the community would be at also. I have not been coining my dragoons, but I have been using all my available tokens. So I'm trying to figure out where the community is at, and I think that's about where they're at, or they could be at. And I think that's in a pretty good position. Hopefully it is going into this event. So the community so we can, earn the next hull. That'd be the primary thing. And then the defender hull will be neat or nice. I don't know. I mean, I pick up every Defender hull. I don't know. I still am myself. I'm still using Conquerors in my as Defenders. So hopefully that can change. Maybe that'll change.
Depends on the stats and how good the ship is. And how we all build them, of course.
Yeah.
The new ship that's coming out for the next raid is an assault ship. It's one ship and it has 2 different CICs. Now, whether we have to build them like we did the Silverfish with mixed CICs in the same fleet, or stay with one CIC. As far as I know, the only weapon that's coming out for this is a missile.
Ooh.
So hopefully it isn't going to be anything like suddenly they'll drop a scatter on us. Sort of like the Manticores being one hull but 2 different build styles. Don't know.
And I like the scatter though. I prefer the scatter.
Yes, the Saturns worked so much better than the Nemesis.
They really did.
So going forward, who knows what we'll see.
Well, its ability to shoot multiple targets at once was just a winner versus the missile targeting one single hull.
Well, with the scatter, it's a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really fun to try and prep the scatters.
It's not difficult. I've actually gotten quite good at it.
Well, yes, with practice.
Actually, the first couple shots, it only took me 1 or 2 times.
So how about the weekly? Is everybody doing what targets is everybody hitting on the weekly?
131.
Okay. Storm Chaser or Storm Catcher, I'm sorry. Storm Catcher, are you hitting the 131s also?
120s.
Okay. So are you splitting your fleet up and hitting them single ships, or are you?
I'm hitting them single. Like I said, I've been missing half the weekend already, so I'm trying my best to get caught up as fast as I can. And that's the only way I can get caught up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering. I've been hitting the 131s. I myself have not gone for all the prizes each week. I don't find that. I guess I have the ability to, but I just don't find it that fun. So I haven't got all the armors each week, but for the most part, I get everything. I'm doing okay. Still hitting the 131s. I do not have armor on my Praetorian fleet, and I'm just switching it over now to sprints. I'm changing the MDSs to sprints, so I'm a little behind the times on that. That's why I was wondering how everybody else was doing.
I'm just worried about what Kickstarter's going to do, because when the BXP target came out, everybody was using Gale 4s. When the raid hit, the sprints worked. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Kickside does not. Kickside leaves it the way it is, and sprints work instead of changing the targets where everybody's going to switch to Gales, back to Gales.
Yeah, I left some Gales on. I removed the MDSs myself, so hopefully, yeah. But you're right. I know what you're saying, and in fact, that targets do change types.
Yeah, but there'll be a lot of mad people, even the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
even the ones that coined last raid to get them switched up real quick. They really gonna go off the handle on it.
Yeah, and then Jesse or James and Chaz mentioning it to get the Dragoon build tokens and to be safe. And I would actually be right and check with that statement for sure. I went right after those Dragoon tokens because I'm foreseeing some possible blunders or mishaps in my builds or possible changes that I might have to do at this last minute that I do not want to have to pay for. So that's a great idea make sure everyone picks up those Dragoon build tokens in Pillage now when you can. There and also there's ones for the lead too. I think there's only only a couple, but every little bit's going to help. You'll be at least able to change a special or something if that makes a difference, or add I don't know, a counter. What's everybody else think? You guys all ready for this? Are you ready for the raid that's coming?
The only thing that I haven't done is I haven't switched my engines out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do so or not. I picked up both the ballistic and the radioactive engines, the sync drives.
Yeah.
But I'm still currently speed 6. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to waste my dock time on it.
I'm in the exact same spot with you, and I thought about it. I looked at my upgrade, the advantages of upgrading versus the switching over to the sync drive right now, and I went with the upgrade. It's just a chance move, but we'll see. So I'm going to go into it with the engine 6 also, and not the sync drives on my fleet. I'm hoping to get it done later on the line, or if I don't need to make crazy unneeded changes, I'll use those Dragoon build tokens that I'm picking up in Pillage right now, everyone.
Yep.
And then you can change over with those sync drives on your Dragoon fleet as needed. So that's a great idea for everybody that has the opportunity to pick up those tokens. I say maybe hold on to them and not do the change until you see these targets.
Yeah.
But that's my plan. That's my plan.
And with Chuck saying earlier, the new assault hull has 2 CICs. I wonder if they're going to be like the Saturns were. You had to get them up to U2 to put the CICs on. And I think the Silverfish were the same way, that you have to upgrade them to put the CICs on them.
I just don't know anything about it, so we're gonna all be, in the blind till they come out on that one. I don't, or at least till they release the update information. But
well, I'm trying to get some of my dragons upgraded at least a little bit.
I'm just trying to save up my FM tokens for building the new assault ships. Usually I build just a Thud and blank ship, so I'll have at least 3, maybe 4 ships done before VXP.
Oh, crap.
yeah, that's usually my plan too, and that's probably where I'm gonna try to do it now. I saved the build tokens as well.
And then the actual build, you hold off and wait until the entire community can discuss and figure out the best way to build them.
Yeah.
Because as I put down on my Discord page, basically these raids are all of us versus Kixeye. So any good ideas, share them across.
Well, and then there's still couple players out there, thankfully, whether it be good or not, they still do share their builds and their patterns on these. I know that Apex Predator puts out a one every time, so gives people a good reference point, at least I know that a lot of players don't have all the things that he has, but it gives them a point to something to look at. We used to have lots of videos, and we just don't have those anymore.
That's because we lost good players.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anything else? What else we got to talk about? Anything other special?
HTML conversion is ongoing. They did announce the fact that they are going to start beta testing on a server sometime in the next couple of months. I know a bunch of us are going to want to try and get on that beta server so we can do all their testing for them. And then once they go live, I guess they're going to fix a ton of bugs, or stop using Flash, and a whole lot of quality of life improvements, and a lot of things that people have been requesting to the game are possibly going to be added.
I think I saw something like that as far as like,
Yeah, it was in the CM diary.
yeah. Okay. All right. So, like ease of life features, but I think they mentioned even possibly what kits somewhere we can find kits. Possibly.
All right, guys. I think we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, Damnation.
Seems we're losing the feed.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, at any rate, we're doing well, and I hope everyone's doing.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry guys, I keep dropping out. I'm just tired of fucking fighting with it, so I'm pulling the plug.
That's all good.
It's okay. It's part of life. It happens.
I do thank everybody that's out in chat that's in there. I see a couple new names too and everything, and thanks for being there tonight. And thank you, everybody.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Good night.
Have a good weekend.